A new decade is on the horizon and you want your product to reflect the best of that. What do? Well, that's the question Samsung asked itself back in 2020. And the answer to that was, let's just sync up our product name with the new decade. And so, the Galaxy S20 trio of phones was born. This was an important phone towards Samsung and the users alike, since this jumped straight from 10 to 20. Spoiler alert, it isn't as huge of an upgrade as it seems, but also because it was the first year that Samsung had tried an Ultra phone. But the topic of this video isn't that flashy and flawed headlining S20 Ultra. No, it's the Galaxy S20, and that is one compact phone. This was the cheapest way to own a brand new Samsung flagship back in 2020, and it offered a good amount of S20 Ultra for only $1,000. I'm Jasim from Crazy Tech Boom Blast, and let's take a look at this phone. The Galaxy S20 is Samsung's attempt at a $1,000 base model flagship done right. Remember, this is the same Samsung that launched the Note 20 at the same price point, and it was mostly worse than the S20. Moreover, the S20 is an even more impressive phone when compared to its bigger and flawed brothers, the S20 Plus and S20 Ultra, with the former being too close to the Ultra in terms of pricing, while the latter had its own set of issues, like focus hunting and camera glass cracking. Oh, and the Ultra was massive, and it burned an Ultra-sized hole on your wallet because of how expensive it was. Let's rapid fire through all the new stuff with the 2020 flagships. We've got an all-new design language for the decade, and it has more or less aged pretty well, with the newer models basically refining on that same design language. High refresh rate is finally here. Samsung made the jump from 60 to 120Hz, and it has been a mainstay ever since. Too bad that the Note 20 missed out on that 120Hz fun. And this was also the year that all models got 3 sets of cameras, no matter the size. Sure, the lenses used were different, but hey, at least you get to enjoy the versatility on any device. On a sad note though, the headphone jack is gone, but the microSD card slot stays for another generation. Too sad that the Note 20 missed out on the microSD card slot. So, it seems like Samsung has found the courage to remove the headphone jack 4 years after Apple did the same. Finally, this was also the decade that Samsung admitted that bigger batteries are the way to go. But with a new decade and a revamp of the lineup also came another problem, that Exynos 990 chipset. Historically, Samsung has used 2 sets of chips for its phones sold in North America and for the rest of the world. And for many years, both of these were evenly matched. But things started to take a U-turn in 2018, with the Exynos being slower than the Snapdragon by about 5%. Fast forward to 2020, and we have the Exynos 990. Not only is this chip slower by an even larger margin, but it also produces a lot of heat and is extremely inefficient too. The heating issues are a real problem though, as the back glass on my phone came off entirely due to the adhesive melting off. I guess heat guns are pretty useless when compared to an Exynos 990, huh? So this is how easily the glass back comes off. It's just as simple as... Yep,
Nani?
that's it. It's easier than putting on and off. Putting a case on and removing it, Yeah, look at that. Glass back, phone, it's out. Simple as that. Let's just hope it doesn't fall off again. Oh god. Despite the Exynos 990, the Galaxy S20 has aged pretty well in other aspects. Its display is still great to look at, and the cameras produce amazing photos and very good quality video for a phone that is not made by Apple. In fact, most of our B-rolls and portrait mode videos are shot with the S20. And of course, the design still feels right at home in 2024. Do you still use a Galaxy S20 in 2024? How does it hold up? Let me know in the comment section below. And on that note, this is Jasim signing off. Catch you in the next one.